So let's continue now with Argentina's head coach, Lionel Scaloni. So let's get started with the questions. Over here, please. Yes, right here. Right here, yes.
Scaloni, aqui. Alexandre Prestes, da Rádio Bandeirantes de São Paulo, no Brasil. Como é que você pretende parar Mbappé? Você pretende escalar um terceiro zagueiro? E se você acha que Mbappé, perto de Messi, no futuro, em futebol...
We don't have Portuguese today for translation, just Spanish, French, Arabic or English.
No, pero lo entiendo.
¿Entiende?
Sí, sí, entiendo. Puede seguir.
Como você pretende parar Mbappé? Se você vai escalar um terceiro zagueiro? E também se Mbappé pode chegar perto do que fez Messi no futuro?
Bueno, buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon to you all. I think that tomorrow's game will be more of a collective effort and not an individual effort. Mbappé is a top player, obviously, but France have also great numbers of players and they work for him, and that makes him an even better player. Yes, obviously he's one of the top players. He's still young, so he can only improve. That's for sure. Lionel, Veronica Brunati, NBC, Telemundo. You are such a dreamer. You took on the realms of Argentina in a very tough time. It wasn't easy. And now we can see how you enjoy on the pitch with your family. Messi, he went towards you after the game against Croatia. How are you living this experience as an Argentinian? Yes, in the previous press conference or the post-match press conference, I think that I said that I am in a dream position for every Argentinian, the head coach of the national team. I'm very proud and excited about the times we are living. It's precious, something to enjoy. We are on the eve of the World Cup final, but in spite of this, the main thing is our road here, the goal that we set ourselves, and the fact that we were able to enjoy this road here with our squad and to enjoy this as a whole family. It's spectacular. It's a great opportunity that football and the Argentinian national team has provided me with. When you know how to enjoy things, you can make the most of them. Maria Montero, Tiago Sports. I think that the squad's unity has been one of your strengths. How would you qualify the unity of the squad after having played so many matches? We are at the peak of our game now, I'd say. We are on the eve of a World Cup final. I wanted to highlight that we have players within this squad that do feel part of this competition. Nico Gonzalez, Joaquin Correa, Cuarta, Nico Dominguez, Perea, Juan Musso. I shouldn't forget any of my players. They've contributed towards our path here just as any other players. And Lo Celso, but he's not here actually. It fills us with pride that they actually want to be here. And that means so much. That's our greatest success. Not the fact that we are a day from playing a World Cup final. The fact that they feel part of this team, just as everyone else. We all feel part of this experience. And for us, that's essential. We are on the eve of a great game. However, we need to enjoy. At least before it starts, we need to make the most of every single moment because they will go down into history and we will always remember this. We are in great form and that joy, that word, we should always remember it. Hello, Francisco Radio Doble Amarilla. As regards what you were saying, tomorrow will mean the end of a cycle. I don't know if you want to talk about your future, but you were talking about those players who made it here, the ones that are not here. How would you assess your whole cycle as a coach? When you started coaching Argentina, did you think that you were going to go this far? And what's the legacy that you want to leave for this team? Since the first day, and well, I've talked about this on many occasions, we wanted to bring the national team to everyone, to the whole of Argentina, and to give the opportunity to every Argentinian citizen to wear our jersey. Then it's up to us to decide whether they have the required level and they should be capped. Throughout these 4 years, we've done just that. We've capped so many new players, and we've come up with a amazing squad. They give it their all for this jersey, and they will leave everything on the pitch. That's our greatest success. Obviously, when you win, everything looks even better. There's no doubt about that. But even in 2019, when we weren't being that successful, we kept trusting on our team, and then 2019 with the title, this boosted us, and we knew that we had players that were going to make us happy. And if this didn't happen in terms of results, we knew that they would always show commitment, and that they would always represent our people and our emblem, and that's our greatest success.
The room, please. Thank you very much. We continue over here.
Good afternoon. I'm Zafar Ali Khan from India. This is 1 against 2 situation. Messi versus Giroud and Mbappe. So how much pressure Messi is having, because you are facing 2 strikers, Giroud and Mbappe?
El partido de mañana es...
The upcoming match will be Argentina against France, beyond Messi and Mbappe, beyond these players. We think that we have our weapons, our strengths, and the match will be defined by our players, by every player, and not only with these 2 players. Messi is doing very well, and we hope that we can win the upcoming match. But this will be a match between Argentina against France, and there are many players that can define this match. Germán Carrera for golaviv.com. In the 2 last World Cup finals, Argentina was hurt by the referee in 2004. And what's your impressions about Marciniak for the upcoming match tomorrow? He was in the match against Australia, and he did a very good job. And now with the VAR, we have many cameras available. So I would say that this won't be detrimental to us, and we should let them do their own work. Luciano Castañera for editor, Platense Ciudad de La Plata. There is a great unity in this squad, and also a great connection between the squad and the fans. Are you aware of all the fans that do not have a ticket for tomorrow? What's a reflection about that? Well, I can say that I am very sorry if they cannot attend tomorrow's final. We cannot make anything about it. I would love them to be in the match tomorrow, but this stadium has a certain capacity. And the fact of being here already without a ticket is something amazing. I hope most of them can attend the game and give them some joy, but we cannot make a decision on that. It's not up to us.
Isaac Fannin from the BBC. There's been a lot of talk in the France squad about the virus that is going through their squad at the moment. Does that affect your preparations going into this match? And also, Lionel Messi said that the final will be his last game. How do you prepare the team for such a momentous match, considering what Messi has done for Argentina?
Bueno,
About this virus that you mentioned, apparently there is a virus that is affecting some French players, but I cannot tell you anything about it because we are not in their camp, and this is information that we are getting as you get it. There is no official information. We are preparing our match according to how we think they will play and according to our game style. That's all the information we have so far. And about Messi saying that this will be his final match, well, we hope this will be his final match and we hope he can lift this trophy. It would be something wonderful. But the most important thing is to enjoy Messi, and this is the best scenario possible because this is a World Cup final.
Ask in Arabic.
Abdallah Al-Benni from Al Jazeera. We have seen you on your way here for weeks, for 3.5 weeks, and I think that you and the French coach have the best matches and the best presence up until now. Congratulations. So tomorrow, if there were penalty kicks or penalty shootouts, and everyone is afraid of that, even us as spectators, do you have a plan for certain players that you want to counteract from the French team? And a personal question, we have seen you cry in a few of the games. How do you describe your feelings now? And what is your message to the Argentinian people? Thank you.
Bueno, el plan de partido.
Our game plan is something that we have. It is clear for us. And we know how to attack them. We know their strengths, and we will pay special attention to all the aspects and details, just as we did in the game against the Netherlands. We will try not to reach the penalty shootouts, as I said in the press conference. And then if we get to the penalty shootouts, we will try to pick the best takers. And about the emotions, when you saw me crying, well, this is part of what I am feeling right now. This is part of our culture, of everything that we live in Argentina, everything that is around us, the excitement from our people, their enthusiasm. We have the best fans in the world. And they very much needed this joy. And I think we are giving them this joy and happiness. And we all get these images from our fans because we see them in social media. And you get these images, and of course, you get emotional. How could you not get emotional? In the end, football is a sport, and in Argentina, although it is hard to understand, I know it is more than sport for us. And people are happy. And for us, the fact that we were able to make them happy is something wonderful and amazing. And of course, this makes you being emotional together with your family, etc. But the greatest excitement is to see your fans, your people getting excited. We've seen wonderful images from the streets, people watching the games back home or around the world, from a fence even. And this is really emotional. And of course, as human beings, we feel this because we have always been on that side. And actually, we're on that side. So it is completely normal to feel this way. Nicolas from Cadena 3 Argentina. Taking into account the style and the players that will be tomorrow at the final, which is the game that you can expect for tomorrow? And you have been very much criticized when you were in the beginning of your professional career because you didn't have previous experience. And now you are taking your country to the final. You were also winners from Copa America, and you are very close to getting the 3rd star in your jersey. How have you lived this whole process? 4 years in this position. And what is the game that you can expect tomorrow, as I said before? I would say that France can have different varieties in all the possessions. They can play with the ball because they have skilled players. And they can even play the counterattack, and they can be very lethal. So this is not only a phase of the match or imagining Argentina having the ball. It goes beyond this. because sometimes maybe it will be good for France to have Argentina with the ball, and they can be lethal even if we have the ball. So as I always say, we need to play the matches minute by minute. Matches can vary, can change over the match, and we are ready for that. And about your question about the criticism that I went through, as I said before, every time I was asked about this, I think those questions were normal. When I started this job, when I took on this job, well, everything that can happen is magnified. And when you are a head coach, when you are the Argentinian head coach, you are exposed to this. But I did my work. I don't focus on that. I just try to give it all for my national team and to make huge efforts and to be praised for that. But I'm not concerned about that.
Sí, Sergio Levinsky del Grupo
Sergio Levinsky from Grupo Jornada Mendoza. You are on the eve of a crucial game. You've been as a head coach for 4 years. This cycle is about to end. Which will be the focus of your prep talk before you enter the pitch? For example, at the Champions League in the final, there was someone saying you go there and enjoy, or Menotti also use some prep talks. So what will you use? The technical part, the emotional side? Which part will you focus on? Well, there is a sentence that everyone says, which is, finals are won and not played. And this is quite right, but you need to play a final. And we need to play tomorrow's game as we have played the previous matches, taking into account our opponent, analyzing them, seeing how we can hurt them as we did in the previous matches. And on the emotional side, there is nothing much left to say. We analyze every game, we work on that, and we cannot only think of going there and playing a match. We cannot only think about winning all the duels. We can analyze many things about this final and try not to fail.
Gustavo Charroch para Radio La Red. Te quería consultar.
Hello, Gustavo Charroch, Diario La Red. I wanted to ask you whether you've decided if you're playing with a back four or you're going back to the formation against the Netherlands with 3 centre-backs. Yes, I have made the decision. However, we need our final training session ahead of the match. I'm sure that it will only take you 1 or 2 hours to find out about my lineup. Sometimes you get this information even before my players. But jokes aside, we can play with either option. Our playing styles goes beyond our formation. I don't think that this will change much the formation that we use. Tomorrow we will just go for whatever we think could be more useful to hurt the opponent. We have made a decision on the lineup at 5 p.m. We will have a team talk. I'm giving you the timetable so that you can get the information, and then we'll have a training session. So yeah, we will be clear about our lineup.